Hey Aquarius, let's talk about May and the astrology for May 2025 and how it will impact your zodiac. So let's kick off with Pluto. Pluto is in your zodiac sign Aquarius and it will go retrograde in May. It goes retrograde on May the 4th all the way until October the 13th, where it will station direct at 1 degree. Now, this won't impact every single Aquarian, although those that are really early Aquarians or have very early Aquarius energy, or even early fixed energy such as early Leo, Scorpio, Taurus will be impacted the most. Now, with Pluto going retrograde, it's impacting your first house, okay? So we're looking at sense of self, identity, life path, life purpose, life direction, okay? This is all about you. And it's about getting even more deeper into the underworld, getting even more deeper into the unconscious, the shadows, what is buried deep within. This could bring a lot of awareness, a lot of realizations. This could be a very profound couple of months where you're really in your underworld, digging and diving deep and delving into the soul and really doing a lot of shadow work, karmic work, a lot of spiritual transformation. Retrogrades do bring a slowing down. Now, Pluto is already a slow-moving planet. It's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years, but this is even more intense. This is even more spiritual, and this will bring you closer to self. It will reveal many truths. It will even be activating, spiritually activating, and by the end of it, you'll get a better sense of self, a better sense of your identity and where you're headed in life. This could even impact relationships because currently Pluto and Mars, as I'm recording this, they are in a opposition. So relationships can also be a huge theme. This won't impact every Aquarian intensely, like I said, but those early Aquarians, yeah, you'll feel the intensity. You'll feel something really pulling you into the underworld so you can dive deeper and really come into self, okay? So it's going to be a very profound time. It has to do with self, identity, independence, freedom, liberation. Let's move on. Mercury will enter Taurus on May the 10th, so this is impacting the 4th house of home, family, ancestry. This is also safety, security, stability, where you go to retreat. Mercury in Taurus is very calm and collective, so conversations are very graceful. However, this energy will be in a challenging aspect with Pluto and also Mars. So there can be some things that are said that, really take a turn. There could be power struggles or ego battles. That's something to be mindful of. This is connected to Pluto, so sense of self. This is connected to home, which is home, family, relationships, your personal life. It could even be with Mars, relationships, one-to-one relationships, or other people that play a significant role in your life. But other than that, other than the triggers, that also can teach you so much and help you grow in so many different ways and learn about your shadows. With Mercury in Taurus in the 4th house, it can bring just a lot of grace at home, a lot of cool, collective, calm energy at home, and also help you connect more. When it approaches Uranus, there could be a lot of excitement or just even a lot of changes and shifts that occur. Now let's move on to May the 12th because we have a full moon in Scorpio. This full moon in Scorpio occurs in your 10th house. It will be at 22 degrees. So the Sun and Uranus will be in the 4th house and opposite will be the full moon in Scorpio. So this could bring a lot of dramatic changes, a lot of sudden shifts, a lot of unexpected energy regarding home, family, personal life, and also career goals and ambitions. It's a very emotional time. A lot of sensitivities will be flying about. Emotions will really catch you off guard. Now, Aquarius is not really an emotional energy. It's very detached. It's very logical. I have an Aquarius sun with a bunch of other Aquarius planets. And for the most part, I'm very logical and intellectual. And, I am very detached. But I have the moon in Scorpio, so although I have a bunch of Aquarius energy and my nature should be very detached and what have you, I have just so many emotions just with that one Scorpio moon because it is so intense and so deep. So even though if you're like such a cool, calm person and so detached and, emotions don't really get to you, just this Scorpio moon alone can bring out a lot of emotions, just a lot of emotions where you're like, where is this flood of emotion coming from? And it's very activating. It's very moving. It's very, it can move you in just so many profound ways. So career goals, ambitions, even parental figures or family structures or home life, personal life, your security, sense of stability can really undergo a change. A change will occur, transformation will occur, and there really needs to be a balance in these two areas of life, okay? Now, the full moon in Scorpio is also conjunct Juno, which is known as a goddess of commitment and marriage, so relationships can also play a huge role during this time, especially because you have Mars in Leo, okay? So this is going to be a very emotionally moving time for you, and a lot of energy in your 4th and 10th house. That's where there needs to be balance, where the scales need to be in equilibrium. Moving on to Saturn. Now, May the 24th, Saturn enters Aries. It will be impacting your 3rd house of learning, your mind, mental energy, communication, your daily environments, daily travels. The Aries energy is like a free-spirited person. It wants to be like a wildfire and move freely and be very independent, but the Saturn energy is kind of containing it on a leash in a way where it kind of has to take a step back and it's reminded of its limitations, restrictions. There could be a slowing down, there could be more demands, more duty, more responsibilities, more accountability that needs to occur, where you don't feel like you can move forward. But really what Saturn is doing is kind of just making you more stronger, more mature, helping you grow, helping you to become more wiser in this area of life. So you can be very serious, like your mind can just be a little more, there's just more serious conversations going on, there's just more serious thoughts and ideas. So yeah, it can be a very serious time. Now Neptune is also going to be in this area of life, so illusions and what you've been romanticizing, what you've been glamorizing, what you've been believing in or thinking about, or what you've been following for a while, that can all just strip away and get peeled off, or really just dissolve, where you're left with nothing but the ultimate truth. The rose-tinted glasses can be shattered, so you can come into some really strong realizations during this time. So it's about sobering up and really being in tune with the reality of things and how you think, how you speak, how you communicate, your thoughts, your intentions, your daily activities, daily environment. Like, there's so many truths that can come into your awareness. So there's a lot to learn with Saturn. It's just pushing you into the next version of self. We're going to have a new moon in Gemini on May the 26th. So May the 20th, we've got the sun that enters Gemini. May the 25th, we have Mercury that enters Gemini. And then May the 26th, we've got a new moon in Gemini at 6 degrees. This is all occurring in your 5th house. This is a very positive new moon. It's a very light-hearted new moon. So we've got the sun, Mercury, Jupiter, the moon, all in your 5th house of joy, happiness. This is where the childlike energy exists. This is what makes you feel happy, connected to your inner child. This is where you have fun. This is where you find self-expression, creativity. You can also rule over relationships as well. So a lot of excitement here. A lot of new beginnings, new chapters, something new can occur in your life, a new creative endeavor, something new can occur that really helps you feel good and happy. Just a beautiful blessing can occur in your life during this time regarding the 5th house. However, Saturn is still there. Saturn will be in a conjunction with Neptune, so there's still the knowing your responsibilities, knowing your duties. There's still being very sober and realistic. There's still a lot of false layers peeling off and fading. So there's a lot of seriousness, but at the same time, a lot of lightheartedness and a lot of positivity to end May with. So yeah, this new moon is very positive and really shining light on you. So Aquarius rising, enjoy this month, and I'll speak with you very soon.